we will move forward to our department coordinator, Dr. Santosh Vishwakarma. He will present his views on the mental hygiene and spiritual perspective, how we will clean our mental level or how we will take the care of our mental health in a spiritual way. And also he would provide the vote of thanks, and in this manner we will end up this amazing international webinar or universal approach of Vedic culture for mental excellence. Now we will invite our कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर संतोष विश्वकर्मा। अब हम अपने बीच में डॉक्टर संतोष विश्वकर्मा जी को आमंत्रित करते हैं, जो कि अपने विचार और इस पूरे वेबिनार को सफल बनाने के पीछे जिनका बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण योगदान रहा, हम उन्हें आमंत्रित करेंगे और वो अपनी बात को रखें, इस अंतर्राष्ट्रीय सेमिनार का समापन करें। आदरणीय डॉक्टर संतोष सर।
थैंक यू सम्यक। Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you, Samyak. Thank you very much. A very good evening to all of you. Actually, at this time, there is evening in India, and in other countries, there may be afternoon or morning. So, as we are running short of the time, I don't go into the detail of my topic, which is mental hygiene in spiritual perspective. There are two concepts on which I would like to talk. One thing is mental hygiene and another one is spirituality. So here I would like to focus on the definition of mental hygiene. As we already know that mental hygiene is a science dealing with the preservation and promotion of mental health as well as prevention and treatment of mental illness or abnormalities. And basically it is the practice of trying to maintain mental health through proactive behavior and treatment. So mental hygiene is a practice which we involve in our lifestyle.
Sorry to interrupt, sir, but your video is not visible.
I'm not showing the slides. I am just trying to finish it. Actually, number of slides are there are many slides. So
no, sir, but just if your video will be visible, it will be good. Just on the video.
Okay. Then I'm trying to visible it. I'm presenting it. सेलेक्ट करें, कहाँ से करें? Slides are visible.
Yes, sir, your slides are visible on the screen.
Okay.
Your camera is not on. आपका सर कैमरा शायद ऑन नहीं है।
कैमरा तो ऑन है।
Okay, sir. Carry on. No problem.
Okay. So basically, I am going to talk on mental hygiene in a spiritual perspective. And as we know, what is mental hygiene? I already explained. A science dealing with the preservation and promotion of mental health as well as prevention and treatment of mental illness or abnormalities. And it is basically a practice of trying to maintain mental health through proactive behavior and treatment. And how we understand mental health? So mental health is one's overall psychological well-being, and hygiene refers to methods for preserving health. So here I would like to focus means methods or practices which are very important. And these methods and practices are already explained or described in our Vedic literature. And due to the long practice by sadhakas or sages, this richness came to us. And now we are very fortunate to have those kind of practices like yajna, Ayurveda, and yogic practices, etc. So those practices are has become our part of life and are used in India for mental hygiene. So I would like to focus on how we understand mental hygiene in a spiritual way. So first, I think we should understand what is spirituality. So spirituality deals with enlightening one's thoughts, emotions, and intrinsic tendencies. In simple terms, it is the most evolved and comprehensive science of psychological, sociological, and moral development and ultimate progress. And Pandit Sriram Sarma Acharya also describe it as a domain of realizing and understanding consciousness, and the theory and process of its enlightened evolution pertains to deeper science of spirituality. So he talks about the enlightened evolution. And now I would like to proceed on the next slide. That is mental health and mental illness in spiritual perspective. So there are two concepts apart from mental hygiene, that is mental health and mental illness. And both are dimensional means ends on the mental health dimension. Means as mental health increases, mental illness decreases. So in yogic view, what is mental health? In yogic view, the cessation or nirodh of chitta vritti, mental functions, mental modes, is the indicator of general mental health, which achieved when one goes into the state of samadhi. And or samadhi is called trance. So mental health and mental illness both are polar characteristics of a dimension of consciousness, degree of awareness. And in the scriptures of Patanjali Yoga Sutra and Patanjali's scripture, there are a concept that is called Chitta Vikshepas. And these Chitta Vikshepas are kind of hurdles and disturbances in our mind. Chitta means mind, Vikshepas means kind of disturbances. So Chitta Vikshepas are considered as different type of mental illness. So if we practice yoga and various kind of meditations, pranayama, etc., then we can control these Chitta Vikshepas. So in a spiritual view, what is mental health? So in mental health in a spiritual view is the view the Chitta Vikshepas along with Vikshep Sahabhu. There are 5 Sahabhu are the indicator of general mental illness, which inhibit or deviate one from the path of the realization of one's true self. So description of this Chitta Vikshepas and Vikshep Sahabhu is available in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, and that is available on various bookstores and also on online bookstores. So there you can find the Chitta Vikshepas, about detail about Chitta Vikshepas. So ultimately, what is a mental hygiene is in spiritual perspective. So in spiritual perspective, spirituality or spiritual view, in a spiritual view, mental hygiene is the using spiritual techniques as practices to maintain mental health for the ultimate goal of the cessation of chitta vritti, means mental functions, mental modes, which are disturbing for our growth, for our development, to achieve the highest level of mental health, which achieved when one's mind purified completely. So here we need, we want techniques, which are the practices through which we can attain that goal. So now next are the practices, spiritual practices for mental hygiene. Maharishi Patanjali described various techniques, and in those techniques, Soch means cleansingness is an important technique. So he described it as Bahya Abhyantar Soch, yani external and internal cleansing. So external cleansing happens when we take bath, when we uh, uh, when we wear nice clothes or clean clothes, and internal cleansing happens when we do some yogic practices or some other practices which cleanse our body internally, like cleanse our heart, cleanse our lungs and our intestine and other internal body organs. So that internal cleansing and external cleansing both are important, as well as there is another thing of about internal cleansing, and that is cleansing of the mind. So that is also that is the spiritual part. Means mind is a thing which is very subtle and which lives in our body. So how mind can be purified, how mind can be cleaned. So there are things that clean the mind also. And another technique that is called contentment, means satisfaction. When a person is content, that cannot do jealousy with others and cannot involved in aggressive things or and cannot be greedy, etc. So that kind of impurities that sometimes pervades our mind, that will be controlled. So contentment is one technique. Then another technique is tapa, and tapa is described as collecting, conserving, and accurately using energy. Means we are getting the energy from various sources, and that energy should be conserved in our body and at our mental level. So the energy which is conserved and at mental level, that can be utilized for further higher purposes. So sometimes what is happening nowadays, our energy is leaking from our body and from our mind. So that leakage should be controlled. So that can be controlled through Sanyama, by practicing Samay Sanyam, time management, Arth Sanyam, economic management, and some other kind of Sanyamas, managements. Now, next technique about which Patanjali talked, that is study of self, means Swadhyay. What is ourselves? What is our real nature? Actually, what we are doing, we are studying other subjects like physics, chemistry, psychology, etc. But when we focus on ourselves, when we study ourselves, then only the target of cleansing of the mind can be achieved. Because without understanding ourselves, our minds, we cannot focus on that direction. So study of self and continuous study of self is required. When we continuously study ourselves, then that explore or that opens the path where we can go. So, and next technique about which Patanjali talked, that is devoting every action to the universal consciousness, that is God, and that is called Ishwar Pranidhana. So Ishwar is something and some universal consciousness or supreme body, which we devote our energy. So by devoting our energy, we can channelizing our energy. So when we become skillful in channelizing our energy, then that energy means transform our whole personality into that one which can easily self-actualized, that can easily that can attain the self-actualization. Means what we are in reality, that we can know. So these were the techniques about which Patanjali talked, and then Patanjali also talked about some impurities of the mind, and there are 6 kind of mind impurities are described in the spiritual text. These are attachment, jealousy, desire to do evil to opponents, tendency to find faults in a pure personality, repulsions for those who are preventing us to achieve our goal or wanting, desire to take revenge. So there are 6 kinds of impurities, and that are called Rag, Irshya, Parapakar, Chikirsha, Asuya, Dvesh, and Amash. So these 6 kinds of impurities, through these impurities, mind become contaminated. So it is polluted. So because of its pollution and contamination, it influence our entire personality development. So mind needs to be purified. So once it gets purified, it will becomes enlightened, and it shows its real qualities and real powers. So to get those powers and to enlighten the mind and to develop holistically, there is a need to clean these impurities. So there are another practice about which Patanjali talks, that are Maitri Bhavana, Sukhi Prasanna ke saath mitrata, means friendship to learn art of happiness. So when we become friend of those who are already happy, then we can learn various techniques to become happy from those who are already happy. So when we make friendship with them, we also become happy. So friendship is a practice that clean our mind, that purify our mind. And another technique about which he talked, that is compassion. Compassion for those who are suffering, means those who are suffering from for them we should show compassion. That is called karuna bhavana. So karuna, dukhi ke saath daya, jo log dukhi hain, those who are suffering, with them we should show compassion. So compassion is a practice that also purify our mind and gives us the happiness. Another one is mudita bhavana, safal vyaktiyon ke saath, those who are successful. And so those who are successful, we should not be jealous with those. Apart from that, we should be happy and appreciate their work and learn from them how to become successful. So that kind of feeling, if we develop that kind of feeling, means feeling of appreciation for others' work and success, then that purify our mind. And another one is ignorance, ignoring those who are indulged in harming others and or harming you. So those who are involved in destructive acts or some aggressive acts and trying to harm others, with those we should develop a upeksha bhavana, ignoring skills. Means we must not involve with those. We must make a line between them and us and try to avoid them with gracefully. So that is an art. So if we practice that, upeksha bhavana means ignorance, then we can become happy or our mind can be purified. So these were the practices, spiritual practices about which Patanjali talked in detail. And there is two more about which I talk, that is pranayam and meditation. I think we all already know what is pranayam and meditation. So I don't like to go into detail on these techniques. There are many techniques available on the net also, and there are many institutions. Therefore, I would like to conclude on this topic, means mental hygiene through spiritual practices. I think I have already explained what is mental hygiene in spiritual sense and what are the spiritual practices that can be practiced. So I would like to go further for the vote of thanks, because we are running short on time. So with the blessings of Param Pujya Gurudev and Param Vandaniya Mataji, and with the blessings of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Pro Vice Chancellor, Registrar Sir, and our most valued invited key speakers, means Dr. Ulrich Berg from University of from Constance University, Germany, Dr. Henry Gregory, a clinical psychologist, assistant professor, Maryland, USA, Dr. Barry Ratner, homotherapy expert from Poland, Swami Parmarth Devji Maharaj from Patanjali Vedic Gurukulam and University of Patanjali, and Professor Pradeep Kumar Khatriji, who is the head of the department, National PG College, Lucknow University, and Director, Sambal Drug De-Addiction, Dr. Vaishali Gaurji, head of the department, Department of Psychology, University of Patanjali, Sadhvi Dev Shrutiji, Pracharya, Patanjali Gurukulam, Devprayag, Dr. Viral Patel from our university, and myself. It is my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on behalf of Department of Psychology, Dev Sanskriti University, India, and on behalf of entire Karuna team, faculty of the Department of Psychology, team DSVB, and all the students of DSVB, let me call it fraternity of psychology, here together, and my own behalf, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to all speakers for gracing your important work and sharing with us your finding and opinion today. A big thank you to Dr. Chinmay Pandya ji, our beloved Pro-Vice Chancellor, for providing his inspirational message on the importance of Vedic culture in the present era by linking it to ongoing pandemic coronavirus. And then I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for Dr. Ulrich Berg, scientist and professor of Konstanz University, Germany, for sharing his important work on Agnihotra in relation to the strengthening of the mind. Further, we are grateful to Dr. Henry Gregory, University of Maryland, USA, for giving a very good talk on mind training and Agnihotra. And further, I also grateful to Dr. Barry Ratner, who is the homotherapy expert and living in Eco Village, Brugge Aranye, Poland, and for sharing his wisdom on why coronavirus and why I am here and why psychology. So these were the very important topics on which Dr. Barry Ratner expressed very beautifully. And I may like to express our sincere thanks to our beloved Professor P.K. Khatri ji, who always have time for us in any kind of circumstances. So for giving his very good lecture on excellent coverage to the Vedic psychology with reference to mental excellence. And I also wish to my gratitude to revered Swami Paramarth Devji Maharaj from the University of Patanjali, India, and for giving his very beautiful lecture on thought management in Vedic perspective. And I am also grateful to Sadhvi Dev Shruti ji, who is the Pracharya of Patanjali Gurukulam, Deoprayag, India, for expressing his thought about the mind in a very nice way. And I may like to express our sincere thanks to Dr. Vaishali Gaurji, who is the head of the Department of Psychology, University of Patanjali, for giving a very beautiful lecture on personality as an expression of Triguna. She focused on Triguna very nicely. And I also thank you to the young scientist, Dr. Viral Patel, from our department, from our university, for sharing his scientific opinion on role of Yagya in mental healing and mental excellence. And we are all inspired by your great, all of the speakers' great works. I would like to take this opportunity to place on record our hearty thank to our partner organization of this webinar, that is Karuna team. And I would like to mention their names as well. Some of their names I don't remember. I can't have the opportunity to, or I can't be able to speak everyone's name. But Samyak, Dipankar, and Kajal, and Jayant, Tika Singh, Chitra, Shivani, all these have made all have done very hard work to make this program successful. So, and they have done a very good work and technical support also. I also extend my thanks to PPD Shantikunj, especially Mr. Ved Prakash Thaiwar, for making attractive advertisement posters for the webinar, and also Pro-VC office, especially Mr. Jwalan, Mr. Brighu, for their enormous cooperation in the organization of the event. Finally, I would like to thank every faculty member of the psychology department, like Dr. Manish, Dr. Pranav Tiwari, Dr. Usha Jyoti, Dr. Parma Sharma, Dr. Anuradha Kotlara, Dr. Pragya Rana, Reena Vajpayee, etc., and all the students of psychology department, all the members who were involved in anchoring also. Well respected dignitaries and friends, an event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues of Dev Sanskriti University and students, and Karuna team who knows their job and are result oriented. I cannot thank everyone enough for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zones. Honorable dignitaries and speakers, guest participants, once again, I want to state that we are all most grateful to all speakers on this stage. We thank you for being with us this evening in India. It has been a great pleasure. Thank you very much.